Alright, good afternoon, guys. We're back for video number 2. We've made our way to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. We're here for about 7 days before we go back to Fremont. And this is our new campsite. And it's closer to work, which is good. But the campground's not as nice. Today we took a little trip to the Sherwood High Cliff State Park, and I believe we got some stickers back here. Yep. So it was a nice little hike. We got lots of pictures we loaded up to our Facebook, so you could see that if you want to. And it was just north of the Winnebago, or Lake Winnebago, kind of on the northeast side of that, just outside of Appleton. And it's a pretty nice place. The lake's pretty nice. They got nice little fishing ponds, a nice golf course. We had this little restaurant on the outside of it, and had some fish sandwich, cheese curds, and a Philly cheesesteak. So good food, good time today. And now we're back at the RV, and just been hanging out for today. Watched a little bit of college football. And now we are grilling up some elk burgers on the Traeger, and I'll take you outside and show you some of that. Alright, so this is outside where we do our Traegering. And this is our little Traeger. It's a Ranger grill, and it works fantastic. And Marshall's got some elk burgers, marinating. It's actually smoking them. Somebody is happy to see that. Camera shot. Darla. There you go. Alright, she probably wants to come outside, so we'll do that. We'll be right back. Alright, so we are back inside the trailer now, and this is our little sticker board where we place all of our stickers from our journeys. We try and buy one everywhere we go. We forget a lot. We've got a decent little collection so far. Gotta love your national parks. Durango. There's Lena's dog. And, we've been to the end of Route 66 in California. And it's actually a little gun cabinet that I built. It slides out from here to the end, and I've got my gun and an axe and a couple throwing knives in there. Built that a while back. We're doing some remodeling inside the RV, so things are changing up, a little bookshelf and so forth. And so that is that. We're doing some stuff in the kitchen as well, some barnwood, some painting, and so forth and so on. Alright, so like I said, we have plans to be here for about 7 days, and then we'll head back to Fremont. And I think I'm off 4 days, so we'll go to, we'll have church tomorrow, and then I'll go back to work Monday night, and work about 14 days. And then what do we do then? Then we leave there, and I think we're going to a place called Bear Cave, and that's in Buchanan, Michigan. And we may camp there a few days, try and catch up with some old friends, and then maybe head up on the northern part of Michigan across the, I guess they call it the little, whatever, peninsula. And maybe a short trip into Canada for a day, and then come back down, and we'll keep you up to speed on those trips. It should be fun, and we'll post a lot of pictures on Facebook like we always do. And I think that's all we have going on right now. Oh, and we actually paid off another credit card on yesterday, or 2 days ago, following the Dave Ramsey plan. So we have now paid off quite a bit of debt in 2 months. And when I mean quite a bit, I mean a lot of debt. And once again, we are no longer using credit cards for anything, and we haven't used credit cards outside of a company card that is paid off every month, which I cut that up last month, so I no longer even use a company card. But prior to that, we haven't used a credit card in probably 3 years, so that's nice. Haven't taken out any loans in about the same amount of time, and we hope to keep it that way. It's cash or nothing. So it's going pretty good so far. I would encourage everyone to listen to some Dave Ramsey, because he is pretty good with finances. And also, I was reading, like I said on my last video, I was reading the book of Job and just finished it, and started the book of Joshua out of the Bible. For those of you who don't know, that's a really old book called the Bible, and if you don't have it, you should probably get it, and I would recommend everyone reading it. It is full of thousands and thousands of years of stories about love and romance and murder and idolatry. There's finances, there's carpentry work, there's boat building, weapons building, how to win at life, how to fail at life, things you should and should not do, things that are coming. So it's a pretty interesting book. I would advise you to get it. Now, the book of Joshua, I've heard several different things about it. You know, it's a book about coming out and going in, taking over, succeeding, following instructions to the T, or paying the price when you don't. And it's all about victory, conquering, one step at a time. And I think for a lot of people, that would be a good thing to know and understand and follow. I deal with a lot of people on a daily basis, especially in my job, over the past 15 plus years. And I've noticed over the past 3 to 4 years that the suffering of humanity is just way worse than it's ever been. Just the past week, I have talked to and counseled with multiple individuals, and the suffering that they're facing is just it's unbelievable. I mean, you can't make some of this stuff up, and it's terrible, you know. And one thing that I tell each of these people that I've been talking to on a regular basis is that you know, life is hard, and everybody's life is hard, and it's terrible. And then you die, you know, and then your friends die, and so I mean, it's not a whole lot to look forward to if you look at it in that regards, because that's kind of a terrible thing. So me personally, I try and encourage them in the Lord, and show them a better way and a better future and a better end result to this whole thing that we have that you call life, and all the tragedy that people go through. One of the main things that a lot of these folks have said to me is they want to put their life back together, and they want to start over and do better with, you know, their marriage or their finances or their kids, and they just don't know how to do it. So I've explained to them, and I'm sure you've heard the saying over and over again, you know, that it's like trying to go and clean your house, and your house is extremely dirty, and you know that you cannot clean the entire thing at once. It's just impossible. So you just kind of either look at it and you just give up, or you sit in the trash and filth for the rest of your life, or you decide I want to get this house clean. And what you do is you start with a room. Start with the smallest room, and then just pick up in the smallest corner of the smallest room. And once that's clean, then you move to another part of the room, and before you know it, the entire room is clean. And that's a stepping stone that you can use to boost yourself into other rooms of your life to get them clean. I also encourage these people to surround themselves with good people that have their act together and that motivate them to do better at their life. You don't need people that around you that you need to fix when you can't even fix yourself. You know, if you can't clean your own room, by all means, don't go try and clean the neighborhood up. And that's just silly. Get your act together and clean up your own room, clean up your living room, clean up your own house. And once that's all done, then look at talking to your neighbor and helping them out clean their yard up, and so forth and so on. And that's the encouragement I give to everybody. It's hard to help other people when you can't even help yourself. So clean your house, clean your room. That's a start to life, to making your life better, I should say. Plus, it's an encouragement to yourself, you know, when you have overcome some of these little victories or some of these little trials in your life, and you have little victories, because little victories turn into big victories over time, and you eventually reach your goal. And that's what we're all after. We're all after being happy in life. I don't think we should pursue happiness, by no means, because happiness is fleeting. I think you should pursue meaning in your life. You know, if your life has meaning, then happiness will come. But meaning is important, and I think that's what you should pursue in life. So with that being said, from the book of Joshua, no matter what he went through and what was going on, the words that he always received from the Lord was, be of good courage. You know, be encouraged, be in strength and of good courage. And I think that's something that I can give to you guys today. You know, have courage, be in good strength, read good things, surround yourself with good people, and do not ever look at your past for anything other than to learn for the future. Don't repeat the same mistakes. Don't do something that you did in the past and do it exactly the same way, and it caused you failure then, and expect it to cause you or give you success now. That's insanity. Change the way you did things. If you failed a test in the past, I guarantee you're going to take that test again. So prepare differently, study differently, and just have courage, have strength, and move forward that way in life. All right, guys, so that is my 2 cents for this second video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions for me, shoot me an email or make a comment on this video. I'm glad you guys liked the last video. Our goal of making these are just to encourage people, show you what we're doing and how much fun that we're having in life. No matter what trials come our way, you just make the best of it. Have a good time. And love your family, love your friends, love your neighbor. Treat everybody kind. And I'll do my best to do the same on this end. And until next time, we will see you guys and hopefully have some more interesting stories. Oh, I caught a pike this week, and first pike I've ever caught, so it's kind of exciting. And thought I'd share that. I forget things, so I'm kind of doing these videos, what's it called, improv. So I just start recording and start talking and start having a conversation with you guys. So it's you know, an improv conversation, or as someone famous said, an improvisation. I don't think that's really a word, but all right, guys, until next time, we'll see you, and God bless. Take care. All is well here.